Testing. Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Saturday, February 18th, 2023, and more national shooting news. They're saying this one happened late last night at a Columbus, Georgia gas station. And recall the other shooting that was in the national news yesterday was in Mississippi, Tate County, and it was also at a gas station. This one is Shell in Georgia. It was a Pier gas station in Mississippi, but two gas station shootings in the same day. And they've saved this national headline for the next day. And they're saying 9 children were shot at this Georgia gas station in Columbus, including a 5-year-old. And again, the 9 and the 5 in the headline stand out, of course. Martin Luther King Jr. from Georgia, once assassinated on the 95th day of 1968, but most people didn't get the sick joke from the authorities who did it. Of course, Martin Luther wrote the 95 Theses, and we know that number is a hallmark of the Jesuits, who do control the news and the media and all the agendas that make up the mind control in the media, including the nonstop shootings that are about undermining the Second Amendment, as well as the First Amendment, since there's ample censorship for the people who question what's really going on. But if you're new here, if you learn Gematria, you'll see through the rituals. Seems like for the last 3 years, there's been a national shooting story in the news every Saturday, whether it happened late on a Friday night or not. There's always got to be some national shooting story on a Saturday when a lot of people are home and probably end up consuming more news. But here's why that is in terms of the authorities who control the propaganda stream. They do everything by the ritualistic code of letters and numbers, which is known as Gematria, which comes from Jewish mysticism Kabbalah. And there are very specific patterns. And a big pattern with shootings is 107 and 44. Keep in mind, Georgia, where this happened, equals 44 like shooting. It also equals 37 like shooting. Of course, the biggest shooting story of the week was on the 44th day of the year at the Michigan State campus, where Michigan also equals 44, and so does military, and it just happened to be at the Spartans campus, and the Spartans were in Greece, and it was the same day the U.S. military was starting a joint exercise with Greece. But anyhow, this shooting in Georgia comes 107 days after the governor's birthday. And if you're new here, Gematria is very simple. It's A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z. The 26th letter is 26. You just turn the letters into numbers and add up the value of the word. So using the alphabetic order, shooting's 107. If you use numerology, which compresses the letters into a single digit, so S is worth 19 in the green cipher because it's the 19th letter of the alphabetic order, but 19 has a numerology value of 1, so in the blue cipher, S is worth 1. With numerology, shooting is 44 like Georgia. If you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Z is 1 back to A is 26, shooting adds up to 109. The shooting in Mississippi yesterday was 109 days from the governor's birthday. And this story being presented on a Saturday, remember Saturday is the day of the week that equals 107 and 109. So is the word military. Military is also 44. But notice the last cipher is running the alphabetic order in reverse numerology, and Georgia equals shooting forwards and backwards. So here we are 107 days after the Georgia governor's birthday. Again, a gas station shooting synced up with the governor, just like it was in Mississippi, where it was even more obvious because the shooting was in Tate County on the 48th day of the year, while the governor is Tate Reeves, who's 48 years old. And again, the shooting was 109 days from his upcoming birthday. But again, these perfect rituals. And the date numerology yesterday was 62. Georgia equals 62, so does Tate. Again, it was Tate County, Mississippi, Georgia. On 62 date numerology, Georgia does equal 62. And with regards to this happening in Columbus, Georgia's state's birthday is January 2nd. So that means, I'll just show you real quick. We'll just do it here in real time. From January 2nd, the state's birthday, to the shooting, February 17th, 2023. It was Friday. That was the state's 47th day of his age. And that's perfect because Columbus, where it happened, has that Gematria 47. And if you're new here, I do have a license plate behind me that says, what is 47? 47 is a number that's used for rituals by secret societies such as Freemasonry again and again, and it's a number that represents authority because time is the ultimate authority of this world, but time is 47, so are words like government, authority, let me spell it correctly, Republican, Democrat, President, Caesar, White House, even the letters DC. Again, huge ritualistic number, just like how Biden was the 47th vice president who took office with 47-year-old Obama, and then he was in D.C. for 47 years before he became president. And, before that was Trump, who's Mr. 47, who was in the 47-story Midtown Hilton Hotel the night of the rigged selection. And speaking of Trump in Georgia, they just released, the partial release of the case study for the election fraud, where he was saying, I've done more in 47 months than Biden's done in 47 years. But yes, on the 47th day of the state's age, a shooting in Columbus, perfectly synced with the governor, where, the headline sounds extraordinary. 9 children shot at a gas station. I know in small towns where there's absolutely nothing, everybody hangs out at the gas station. It's probably not true anymore in the Netflix age, but back in the 90s that was true. If you drove through North Dakota, the only place people hung out was the gas station because there's nothing else in the town besides gas stations. But 9 children. Sounds like another headline meant to pull on people's heartstrings. Oh my God, 9 children shot. And, at a gas station too. Nonetheless, the word gas in Gematria is 9. So, 9 children shot at a gas station. And it was 9 people shot at the gas station in Georgia, 6 people shot at the gas station in Mississippi, somewhere Jimi Hendrix saying if 6 was 9. But these shootings were on the 48th day of the year, and Freemason does have that Gematria in 96 and 48. So, and just to quickly revisit the Mississippi gas station shooting from the same day. Again, it was at a pier, which equals 48, going with the 48th day of the year in Tate County, which corresponds with the date numerology. And Tate Reeves, the governor, who again is 48, from the shooting to his upcoming birthday, 109 days, synced with his 49th birthday. And just to do an update on my thought about this weekend being the weekend of gun control mass shootings. Remember, a year ago today, on the 49th day of the year, 131 days after Gavin Newsom's birthday, he gave his big speech about gun control. And the first major gun control reform was September 13th in history, the 94 assault weapons ban, a date written 13/9. But anyhow, today's the 49th day of the year. We'll see if they end up having, their typical late night club shooting. Some weekends, it's not as big of a headline as others, but it does seem like almost every Saturday night there ends up being a national news headline about a club shooting with X amount of people shot, some weeks X amount of people dead. So today is the 49th day of the year. Tomorrow, Sunday, is the 50th day of the year. And tomorrow also, if you're new here, there's one day each month that has numerology that corresponds with the gematria of kill. So tomorrow is it's February 19th, 2023. So one of the paths for the date numerology is 2 plus 19 plus 23, which equals 44. That's the abbreviated path. Another path is taking the full date, 2 plus 19 plus 20 plus 23, which is 64. So notice the word kill is 44 forward, 64 in reverse. Tomorrow, another path is 2 plus 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3. It's not that path. It's the life lesson number path. It's 2. So another path, notice they'll all break down to the same single digit if you keep compressing it further. But then the other path is 2 plus 19 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, which is 28. That's the life lesson number path. So tomorrow's date numerology has 64, 28, and 44 in it. 3 of the 4 values of kill. That only happens once a month. Next month, it'll be March 18th. Then it'll be April 17th. Then it'll be May 16th. June 15th. July 14th, August 13th, September 12th, October 11th, November 10th, December 9th. Those will be all the kill dates for the year because they all will have corresponding numerology. And month after month, you'll see on the kill date there's very suspicious celebrity deaths. Almost every celebrity who will die on these days will have a connection to 44, 64, 28, and they'll usually put the number right in the story. Some days they're the days of the worst mass shootings. So we'll see what happens in light of tomorrow also being the 50th day of the year and the ongoing agenda being to whittle away at our rights and liberties, especially the First and Second Amendment, which really are the two amendments that make America America. You know, there's not many nations in the world that are still allowed to bear arms, and you see the Gavin Newsoms of the world making this point every day, making it seem like we have barbaric laws to allow people to own guns as these shootings keep happening. You know, Gavin Newsom is saying, look now, you gun psychopaths, 9 more children shot. And in reality, it's like, but were any children really shot? I mean, they can just throw out these headlines day after day. Nobody even needs any evidence. It was on the TV. It's just like the Richard Nixon quote. The American people don't believe it unless it's on the television. So, nowadays, television's the screen that's in our pocket that we call our phone. But funny enough, headline after headline, shooting after shooting, synced up with the governor, same types of numbers, same type of rituals. And shout out to 61. I take that as a Super Bowl 57 tip. Thank you. Congratulations on the W. And if anyone wants to join us for a more fun topic, in about 30 minutes, we're going to start our live stream on the Daytona 500. That'll be on the Patreon on the $5 tier. For the $1 tier, you can get my notes for it. If you can read, they're almost as helpful, but you'll miss out on the callers. You don't have to be there live. You can watch it anytime before the race. But, yeah, if you want to support the Patreon, maybe try to earn a few extra bucks, we're going to talk about the Daytona 500, see if we can hit a big winner. Daria really wanted that, so shout out to Daria. And, again, that starts at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. That's when the live stream begins. But you don't have to watch it live. You can watch it anytime before the race tomorrow. So if you want to join us for that, I'll see you there. Until next time, True Seeker.